books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Critical notice.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, April 16th. We've got a day card here, Major League Baseball. We're just a couple of hours away from getting it rolling here with seven day games here on getaway days, some nighttime action as well. NHL wraps it up. We got a short show here, but hopefully we'll have some winners here on the Morning Steam. Thank you for joining me as we'll recap a little bit and get rolling here. And well, we'll be out of here in no time flat. Take a little half day here. That's what we'll say. It's maybe a half a day off here for us. Thank you for joining me. I was excited last night with the NBA play-in tournament. We saw a couple more close games, a couple good games in there, and we saw leading off there the Orlando Magic falling to the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers get the win there over the Magic pretty impressively, I thought, for Philadelphia yesterday, as they were able to grab the victory over Orlando to move on here for the Sixers there in that one. They were a 2-point favorite. They were able to get the money pretty easily there in the end and sent Orlando into another game here moving forward. So what did you guys have? Because I couldn't really click there. We did have the under as our winner here on the Morning Steam. At least yesterday, game did go under there with Orlando and Philadelphia there last night. And the final score was 109-97 as the Sixers were able to get that win there over Orlando. And Philadelphia moves into the playoffs for the 8th time in the last 9 years. If you think about it, pretty good record there for Philadelphia, qualifying for the playoffs. Orlando is, not necessarily an imposter. They're going to get another chance here, go up against the Charlotte Hornets in the next game there on Friday. There's still going to be some action here on Friday with Charlotte and Orlando. Orlando's an underdog in that game to Charlotte. In fact, the move has come in on the Charlotte Hornets. It opened 2.5. It's all the way up to 4 right now. So Charlotte taking the action. Orlando's at home. It's been a great run for Charlotte, but they didn't look that great, obviously, in their play-in game. So we'll see what happens there between Charlotte and Orlando. We got a day to wait, though, in that one. So, all right. And also, we did have, of course, the Warriors over the Clippers, 126-111. Steph Curry, 35 points, 27 in the second half, 11 in the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard, 2 points in the fourth quarter, and those are on that meaningless dunk there late. The Warriors took their first lead since the second quarter when Curry hit a go-ahead 3 in the final minute of the game. The Clippers were up 6 with 4 minutes left to play. I was on the Clippers, of course, there. The Clippers were up 9 earlier. They're up 13 at one point, but the Clippers did what the Clippers do. It is hard because you do want to, criticize the Clippers. Have never done anything in the 50-year history of their team. They are on an incredible run, actually. Really, almost the 4th longest streak of over 500 seasons in NBA history right now, which is really something if you think about it. With the Clippers, because that's not necessarily their forte. If you think about it, they've really got kind of a bad reputation here. But it's been good in the regular season, just not in the postseason for the Clippers. So will they ever get over that type of situation? Draymond Green turned back the clock with his great defense, 2 steals in the fourth quarter. He was a hero. Let's face it. There in the game. So there was some mistakes in there for sure. Uh, uh, Matterin made a mistake in there as well. So it is the Warriors here. And hey, they might, if you think about it right now, they're going to play at the Suns and looking pretty interesting here. The line is the Suns -3, 219 in Friday's game there. Are they going to beat the Suns? I don't know. We'll see. They probably will. The way things are going, man. When you got Steph Curry in there, they probably weren't the 10 deserving of the 10 seed. Now looking back on it, even though I made fun of them there, and Curry wakes up, if you will, is healthy right in time after missing 27 games there late in the season. So playing around 3-1 to the over, that wasn't great for me. I had the under in that one last night. I had the under in every game, so I went 1-3. So not great. Help me out. All right, and let's see here. Magic getting that downgrade in the point spread because, Franz Wagner, Banchero, they really didn't look that good. They didn't even score 20 points. They had 6 assists combined. And Jalen Suggs, just 4 points and 4 assists. So for a team that was facing a Philly team without Joel Embiid, does feel like right now Orlando that's why the move has come in as it has towards the Hornets there in the Eastern Conference. All right, let's see what you guys had. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat coming in, and then we'll get ready to go for round 1 of the playoffs on Saturday. Cavs and Raptors, Nuggets and Timberwolves, Knicks, Hawks, Rockets, Lakers. So we'll see if the Warriors, if they win tomorrow and can get in there. We'll see what happens. All right, let me say hello to the folks in the chat as we get rolling here, man. Lining up here with comments. Nuke, hello, he's there. You ready to go? Cash Kane is here as well today. And also, let's see here. Just Nuke and Cash hanging out. Waiting for me. Thank you very much, you guys. Waiting for the show. Waiting for everybody to show up. It's not here about me, Nick Handy. Good morning today. He's on the Guardians here today, it looks like. And Farley, ready to go. Good morning. Steve Leftarian's here today. Greg Gibson says Milwaukee and Boston were due to finally win. Public Enemy, good morning. Hello. Royals and Mets are no good. They're garbage. Mets got all that money. And Blake here, good morning. Greg says Warriors are easy money there. Greg's giving us the recap. You don't need me. Greg's giving all the recaps here of the winners yesterday on the Morning Steam Show. All right. Hey, we did have some winners. I had some winners anyway. Glad you guys had a lot of winners there. I had some winners on the Morning Steam Show here, including Chicago and Philadelphia to go over. That was my winner there yesterday in that one as the game goes over the Cubs by themselves. Man, they smashed the Phillies 11-2 there yesterday. Big performance there from the Cubs. Another offensive outburst against Philly, making them look silly here this week. But Philly loses there to the Cubs. Nico Horner, a home run and 4 RBI in that one. Also, Morning Steve winner here with the Cincinnati Reds over the Giants, Sal Stewart. Sal's the man. 3-run home runs, and man, the Giants have fallen here to 6-12 here all of a sudden as the Reds blasted off and won at 8-3, beating former Red Tyler Mahle there in that one. Also, we have the winner with the Atlanta Braves on the run line over the Marlins. Matty Olson, 3-run home run for Atlanta as Bryce Elder did the job there for Atlanta. Also, we had the Dodgers on the Morning Steam Show here, minus a 1.5, late night. Dodgers were able to blast the Mets in the end. I actually fell asleep. I didn't know that they had won by so many runs there. I had to take a little nappy there, and then the 5-run inning apparently there for the Dodgers. They were able to pull away from the Mets. Even I needed a nap in there, but it was the Mets losing their 8th in a row. He-Sung Kim, 2-run home run, Teoscar home run, and it was Dalton Rushing with the grand slam that apparently I slept through. Shohei Ohtani, he's not one to sleep through. 6 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts. Didn't bat, didn't need to for Ohtani. All right. Also, morning steam winner here yesterday with the under Kansas City and Detroit. Of course, it went under in the American League Central once again. How many can we just line up American League Central games every day and just go under? Go to the window as the Tigers, William Perez hit the home run there for the Tigers as they won it 2-1, trailing. It was a close game all the way. Angels here, run line, got it done. Yankees won, but we had Kohanowitz and the Angels there yesterday as they were able to hang on for a run line victory, but the Yanks got the win. To be clear, 5-4. The Angel bullpen actually blew it for the second night in a row. The Halos there fall to 9-10. In that one, as it was Jordan Romano gave up the 2-run home run in the 9th inning to waste the home runs of Trout, O'Hop, and Frazier in that one. And we'll see. It's going to be a bullpen day for the Angels here today against Max Fried. Also, MLB did reduce Soler's suspension from 7 games to 4 in that beanball fest there last week. And also here, let's see. Morning steam winner Rangers and Athletics game. 2 go over. Did it go? Yeah, of course it did. 6-5. Went over there by a run as the Athletics got the win over Texas yesterday. Also, we had the Diamondbacks as a winner on the road over the Angels. Del Castillo, a 2-run home run in that one. And that was about it for our winners there. But I do want to shout out. I did take the Padres on the run line, but still a pretty dramatic win for the Padres. Got to mention them from last night. 7-6. Padres 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning, capped off by Jackson Merrill's 2-run double in the bottom of the 9th inning as the Padres exploded for 5 runs against closer Andres Munoz of Seattle, and the Padres have won 7 in a row. 10 of their last 12 was their best win of the year. Bogarts hit his 200th career home run, a 2-run shot, ruined the effort of Hancock, who at one point retired 11 in a row. Strandy Vasquez wasn't great, but did what he needed to do to keep Padres in it, and the Padres win again. Oh, boy. All right, and let's see here also NHL action. We had some winners here on the morning steam, including the New York Rangers over Tampa Bay. We took the Rangers there yesterday. They're not going anywhere, but we took them as an underdog. Got it done there. Also here, I had a VIP winner with Red Wings and Panthers over at winnable.com as we took the over there in that game. Also, we had the morning steam winner here with the Vegas Golden Knights as they wrapped up the division officially there. I think they had clinched at least a tie, but Golden Knights win over the Kraken there yesterday with the victory over Seattle last night, 4-1 behind Connor Hart. All right, let's get it moving here right now, and want to tell you here. Okay, thanks everybody. The real quick here, just seeing some news come across here. Let's see. Hello to Fernando in there, and Nuke says just bet the Dodgers run line every game. God, these Dodgers are just impossible, aren't they? All right, you can get more picks from me every day over at winnable.com/Ramon. I do try to pick some great picks here with you guys and try to drop some winners every day with you. You help me, I try to help you. But if you want more picks from me in a timely fashion, go to winnable.com/Ramon and use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. This is how you support me here on the Sports Money Network. With our show and come here every day and hang out with you guys. And it's just 41 cents a day to get more plays from me. They're well thought out plays. It's not over peppering, but do send out several updates during the day in multiple sports. So please consider subscribing if you like me here on the channel. over at winnable.com. We did have some winners here overnight already, I think, in tennis. Also, want to bring up here real quick, if I can. Let's see if I can't bring up the
Final.
my golf plays. They're just getting underway here over at the RBC Heritage here, and I've got some plays over there with my golf. Here we go. Oh man, there we go. Oh geez, look at this. I gotta fix this here. Let me see if I can't get that up here. Maybe we can do this. There we go. That'll work. All right, here we go. There's my golf plays up there for the RBC Heritage. We are underway already on the golfers are about halfway through. Some of the golfers have made the turn here a little bit, but hey, there's still time to get some involved in some futures markets here. If you subscribed, you had these already, but I'm going with Matt Fitzpatrick here at the top, 18-1 today. I took him in the top 10 also at plus $1.30. Jake Knapp up there, 38-1. I got him in the top 10 at plus 275. Robert McIntyre, I'm going back to Bobby Mack, 35-1 here, top 20 at minus 125. Mav McNeely in there at 38-1, a top 20 there at minus $1.25 this week. Chris Gotterup, going with him there. He's a 50-1, and I'm taking him in top 20 plus 115. Ben Griffin, 55-1. I got him in top 20 at plus 130 here, and a couple long shots. Nikolai Højgaard, 70-1. I got him in the top 30 at plus 110. Same with Jacob Bridgman here, 50-1. I got him in the top 30 at plus 110. Those are my favorite golfers this week, and they are underway there at the RBC Heritage. Also, let's see, we had some other winners here with some tennis here this morning. There's my premium picks that came along. The tennis has been well underway here on the clay courts over in Europe today. We do have, I think, one winner to report on this list already here, I think, right now with Shimonovich over Haley Baptiste there. I was taking 5 games. She won in 3 sets over Baptiste there. Sonego, now he fell short for sure there. Diallo, he's not having a great run against Zverev today either. But check me out there over at winnable.com. I had one winner here yesterday in the NHL on the over with Florida and Detroit there yesterday. And more of the action here. There's some college baseball winners right there. 2-0 yesterday. South Florida and Santa Clara. So check me out there over at winnable.com. Okay, see if we can't get back to the action here right now and get ready for today's show. Is, like I said, not a long show, that's for sure. So might as well get ready to roll here. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, let's get ready to go here. We'll put yesterday's news aside and get ready to talk about Major League Baseball here. Like I said, we are just 3 hours away from the first game. So make sure you join the guys. Today's a good day to check out Bases Loaded here at noon Eastern and 9 Pacific with the day card, because the action starts right away and you're going to want to be rolling here. 7 of the 10 games are day games today on Getaway Day. So let's get rolling here with the show, and we'll start it right off. And we will start off with the Washington Nationals taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates here. Pirates $1.60, total 8.5 over 20. Forrest Foster Griffin. I want to do Foster Brooks. If anybody knows who Foster Brooks is, he was a comedian who pretended to be drunk, or probably was drunk. Griffin, 1.76 ERA so far for the rookie. A 2-0 record here is up against Braxton Ashcraft. 2.11 ERA, 1-1 record. So a couple of pitchers doing pretty well here. Young pitchers doing well here so far this season in this matchup here in Pittsburgh today, and we'll see what you guys think, how this works, as I'll make a preview and I'll talk about the games, but you're welcome to make some comments in the chat, and then I show them on the screen. And in fact, at the end of the show, we actually give a viewer a 1 month subscription over there at winnable.com to my picks. If you'd like, you can give away to someone else if you want, but that's how it works. You can comment on anything, actually, including uh, just saying hello to me. That works as well. So, all right, let me get to some of the information here with our matchup. As Pittsburgh won the game. Whoops, I'm already doing the drawing in the oh boy. Let me see. Nuke won. Nuke won. By the way, I have it in the background there. I did the drawing by accident. Nuke. Okay. Nobody knows what I'm talking about here. I'm living my own fantasy life here. All right. For Pittsburgh here, a favorite coming into this one, man. Pittsburgh 7-2 is a favorite so far this season. They're 11-7 coming in, 8-10 for Washington. As we said yesterday, it was 2-0. The Pirates got the win as they finally quieted the Nationals' powerful offense. Pittsburgh has won 2 of the 3 meetings so far in this 4-game set here for the Washington Nationals. Here they are 7-5 on the road so far this season, doing a pretty nice job. Still a little bit under 500 right now. They've had some issues with pitching, of course, as always here, but the offense has kept them in a lot of games. But here in this series, the Pirates have the stronger bullpen profile, I think, right now, and that home form has to be respected a little bit. But again, Washington doesn't seem like they're out of it because of how strong this offense has been. They've got a top 5, if not really a top 4 offense here so far this season. So let's see what you have in this one between the Pirates and the Nationals. Washington's bullpen is definitely bottom tier, 6.17 ERA. So late game volatility is a problem. Good. These starting pitchers have been stable, no doubt about it, but Pittsburgh's edge is probably in the depth of the pitching and the bullpen here. Both teams trending to the over right now, but the matchup of Washington and Pittsburgh does trend to the under. However, Pittsburgh 10-8 to the over so far. Washington is 11-6 to the over as an underdog. I said Washington, 5th in batting average, 5th in RBI, 5th in total runs, 4th in hits. That's going to keep you in some games here. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here in Pittsburgh have gone under. Pittsburgh's won 10 of their last 14 overall. Washington's dropped 13 of their last 20 meetings with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Washington has won 4 of their last 6. Coming into this game, let's see what you have in this one, actually, with Washington and Pittsburgh today. I'm going to take the under myself here in this one with Washington and Pittsburgh. Like I said, Washington with that offense, they can stay in the game because of it, but yesterday, shut out. Let's go to the chat, see what the chat all-stars have to say here in this one. It's Nats on the money line for Public Enemy. Nats here for Andrew K as well. Farley likes the first 5 under. Greg says 5-4 Pittsburgh will be the score. Blake says Nats first 5 money line, and Kane says Pittsburgh has that better bullpen right now. Maybe that will be enough. I'm going to take the under here in this one between Griffin and Ashcraft. Yeah, if you add it up, these two teams, 22-14 to the over. But here, getaway day, I'm gonna try the under in this one between the Nationals and the Pirates. Next up, the Giants are on the road, taking on the Reds here. Landon Roop takes on Chase Burns and the Reds here. Reds are going to be favored $1.25, maybe even $1.30 here. Total 8 over at -115 here in this one. For the Reds here, Burns comes in with a 3.3 ERA, 1-1 record so far. Roop 3.24 ERA and a 2-1 record coming into this one for the Reds. They've won 2 in a row here over the Giants right now won the first two games of the series by the score of 2-1 and 6-3. The Giants have lost four straight games right now and have fallen to 6-12 as one of the bottom five teams in the league record-wise. Cincinnati's 11-7. They're also 3-1 as a favorite. So far, doing a pretty steady job right now, and you got to wonder the Giants here 5-8 as an underdog. Giants are 4-7 to the under as an underdog. The Reds are 10-7 to the over overall, and 7-4 to the over at home. So far this season for the Reds. The Reds come in having won 8 of their last 12. Giants have dropped 4 of 5, including 5 of their last 6 on the road, and the Giants also 1-4 in their last 5 games against Cincinnati overall. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone over when they played here in Cincinnati. Cincinnati over in 7 of their last 8 right now, including 6 of their last 7 games at home. But these two starting pitchers have been pretty effective so far. So how do you think it'll go today when the Reds take on the Giants here on Getaway Day in Cincinnati? The 12:40 Eastern start. 9:40 here on the West Coast. And let's see how you guys have it in this one. Cincinnati offense, like I said, going over, and they're trending over, and they're scoring at home for sure. Root might be vulnerable, but his whip pretty decent, actually, 1.14 so far. So look, he probably can keep him in there, you would think, in this ball game, but both bullpens not elite there, and we'll see. We're in Cincinnati, so could go over, I would guess, but I'm not sure it's gonna here with these two right now. Let's see how you have it here today with the Reds taking on the Giants here in this one. And man, the Giants need a win desperately, it feels like here right now. I'm going to take the under myself. Give me the under here with the Giants and the Reds. But I'm zeroing in on a side here in this game. Let's go to the chat. Hey, everyone, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money here on YouTube. Public Enemy likes the under here. Kane likes the first 5 under. Farley likes the Reds, actually, on the money line here. But Blake says Giants first 5. Good to see Blake today. Greg says 5-3 Reds. He says San Francisco is trash with that 6-12 record. Oh, boy, San Francisco. Happy to see it. I think they got a chance in this game, though, actually. But give me the under in this one. Andrew says take the Reds on the money line. You guys are pretty solid on the Reds. I better just take the under here as my play in this one. All right, let's go to the American League Central. We got to come up with can we make a name like American League under? Can we think of a name for the American League under situation? Like a funny name, a nickname there, some kind of catchy phrase. Kansas City on the road here with Chris Bubich. Bubich comes in with a 2.5 ERA and a 2-1 record so far. For Keter Montero of the Tigers, 1.74 ERA, 1-1 record. So good starting pitching here. Kansas City has lost 3 in a row, including here to Detroit. First 2 games, Detroit won 2-1 and 2-1. So, you know what the score of today's game is probably going to be. Maybe 2-1. Tigers come in here on a winning streak right now, and they're looking good with 5 straight wins here currently. They've gone under in 5 straight games against Kansas City. Detroit's gone under in 4 of their last 6. Kansas City's gone under in 7 of their last 8 on the road and 5 of their last 6 overall. Tigers have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams, and Kansas City is just 2-6 in their last 8 games overall coming in. Detroit 8-1 straight up now in their last 8-1 in their last 9 games at home coming in here. I kind of like the Tigers, actually. I think this number is doable here at dollar. It's not $1.60, is it? No, come on. I think I have a typo there. Yeah, the Royals are actually favored in this game. Come on, you guys, wake me up. Let me fix that. The Royals are actually about $1.15 or $1.20 in this one. Well, Tigers to me, right? The Tigers are supposed to be kind of I don't know, wouldn't you say they're kind of a real strong playoff contender, and the Royals want to see more? Yeah, Tigers are. Let me make sure I get this right here. Obviously, I had a little typo, and I looked at the wrong game there or something.
Final.
Here we go. Okay, there we go. The graphic. Okay, so Tigers 9-9 here, but again, massive advantage at home. They're 9-9, but 7-1 at home, and the Royals are 2-6 on the road. So sure, the Tigers now are an underdog. They're 1-3 as an underdog. Not too worried about that. I think I want to take the Tigers here in this one, and well, maybe we'll find a way. Maybe we'll take the under or maybe we'll play the total. Let's just say it like that. Let's go to the chat here, though, in this one with the Royals here and the Tigers. Kansas City's offense is pretty cold, actually. Montero, 0.67 whip so far here. And, strong starters here, but these Kansas City bats just really having some trouble getting going, especially some of these guys. Now, Bobby Witt's definitely 250 right now, still waiting on his first home run of the season, but Vinny P, 150, Sally, 150 here so far, India, 167 there. So, yeah, Isbell's hitting 317, but Kansas City's offense not necessarily moving here yet. Let's see what the chat has to say. Andrew, let's see. Royals for Cash Kane. And Andrew says, Tigers are today. Tigers money line. I thought, Tigers are hot. I thought he was speaking Spanish in there. Public Enemy says the Royals are no good. Andrew Case has been 5 in a row. Here's Kane going with the under. Greg says Dodgers to the Padres, the best of the West. Barr's going under here. Andrew loves the early action today. And Barr says, what did you do in the first 2 games, Ramon? You're being kind of discreet. I got the under there in the first 2 games, of course. Come on. Nationals, Pirates, Giants, Reds are going under. Farley here going under in this one, it looks like. And let's see, Greg says we 4-3 Detroit. Jordy's on the Tigers on the money line. Greg says Royals on the run line here in this one. And there, Terrell, he fell asleep with the Padres are losing 6-0. Tell you what, I might have almost done the same thing. Fernando here on the Royals. I woke up just in time to see the 9th inning there as all right, and that's it from the chat there. And I'll take the Tigers in this one. All right, and Jordy, hey, we got to talk. Jordy here, talking a little international soccer here today. Thank you to Jordy in there. He's got some plays going on in Europa League today. We got a good Europa schedule and Europa Conference action as well. All right, next up, Major League Baseball. And the Angels are taking on the Yankees here with Max Fried going for the Yankees. Just a minus 280 favorite here in this one today. But going up here against Urania of the Angels here. That is not Jose Urania, by the way. This is Wilbert Urania. Comes in here. He made the opening day roster, but it was immediately sent back down to Salt Lake City, but he's back. He will be the, I guess he might be an opener. This is going to be a bullpen game for the Angels for sure. Max Fried, it's a bullpen game for him too. No, just kidding. We know Max is probably going to mow through this one, but the Angels keep on keeping on right now. It seems like they're hanging in there all the time here. No matter what, the Angels able to get those run lines here currently. For the Yankees here, they did win yesterday's game just 5-4. Of course, they won the first game 11-10. The Angels got them a run line there. Yankees can't cover a run line to save their lives here right now. Second game was won by the Angels. The Yankees are 7-10 as a run line favorite. The Angels are 10-8 as a run line underdog coming in. The Angels actually come in here at 9-10, not bad. The Yankees 10-8. Yankees are definitely in a bit of a slump here overall. Despite winning yesterday's game, they still have lost 7 of their last 10 games overall coming in this one, 6 of their last 8 as well. Angels have gone over in 8 of their last 10, including 5 of their last 7 games on the road, although 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under when playing at the stadium. Also, 8 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Yankees under in 4 of 5 at home. And Yankees are 6-9 to the under as a favorite, but the Angels are 8-2, 10-8 to the over as an underdog. Let's see what you have here with the Angels taking on the Yankees. Getaway day in the Bronx for the Angels here. So Urania is going to be in there. I would imagine Klassen might be in there as well with his 12 ERA. So it's a mismatch on paper, no doubt about it. Angels bullpen and pitching staff really bottom tier right now. And if this Yankees lineup can stay disciplined like they've done here, look, they're still,
Final.
Judge is having a great ride right now. Homered again yesterday. Trout and Judge, if one homers, so does the other guy. So, we haven't seen any lineups yet come in. I just want to see, maybe we'll get before we get off the air, maybe some lineups will come in, see who's
Final.
taking a day off today. Not sure, but Angels here with this run of overs here right now. Let's see if they can get anything off of Max Fried here. Fried, 1.92 ERA, 0.75 whip. Coming into this one. So Angels will have to break through somehow if they're going to try to get a run line here, but I can't stop taking them right now, and I'm going to take the Angels on the run line to hang in there, find a way, because that's what they've been doing here right now, and I'll try it. The Yankees offense has been suppressed a little bit, but I think with the bullpen game, that's going to probably help the Yankees somewhat. I'll still take them, though. Give me the Angels here. If this one's going to be rising up here at 280 right now, and I think it opened 240, I'm just going to say a little bit too far. And I'm going to try the Angels here on the run line. See what the chat has to say here with Public Enemy likes the over here. New York run line for Steve Aleftarian, and Barr says it's expensive, right? 280 expensive. Take the Yankees on the run line, though. He'll still do it. Bronx Bombers on the spread for Kane. Says a warm day again, and that, I went over yesterday, and it didn't go over, though, despite the warm conditions. Of course, it was a bit of a night game there. Farley on the Angels plus 2.5 here. And good to see AOD here today in the chat. Thank you to AOD. Tim says Yankees easy
Final.
winner in this one with Fried on the mound. Fernando, Yankees running line. And Fernando also says Angels team total under. All right, I'm going to take the Angels on the run line myself. And Ben Rice to go deep. Man, Ben Rice looking pretty good out there for the Yanks. Next up, the Blue Jays are on the road here, taking on the Brewers. And the Brewers finally were able to break that losing streak at the Blue Jays' expense last night. Finally getting a win, only 2-1. They had to eke it out, that's for sure, but they did just that. Stop their losing streak here. Milwaukee is 1-6 in their last 7 games overall, 1-4 in their last 5 at home. They've beaten Toronto in 5 of their last 7 times at Milwaukee. For Toronto here, they've dropped 9 of 12, 2-4 in their last 6 against the Brewers. Toronto just 1-4 straight up on the road in their last 5 games coming into this one. You got Sproat going here again for the Brewers here for Sproat. 10.45 ERA and 0-1 record. Patrick Corbin Day, 9 ERA, no record to show it so far. These starters, not great numbers, that's for sure. For the Brewers here, they come in with a record of 9-8. The Blue Jays are 7-10. Blue Jays just 1-4 on the road so far. Both teams have actually dropped 7 of their last 10 games coming in. Let's see what the chat wants to do with this one. Blue Jays on the road here, taking on the Brewers. Milwaukee probably has a little bit of bullpen edge, but it's close. 4.13 ERA for Milwaukee, 4.54 but for Toronto. But at home, Milwaukee's bullpen has been better. Maybe close matchup with the starting pitching. I don't know. Milwaukee, though, here maybe thinking about a total here for me. Let's see what you guys have, though, in this one. Milwaukee 10-7 to the over, 7-4 to the over at home, 8-3 to the over as a favorite here for the Brujas. Let's go to the chat, though, I think, and see. In this one, we're halfway through the card here. Comments from the chat look like this. Let's see. Barr's already on the Mariners game down. Let's see. Public Enemy says Brew Crew over. What does that say? The hats and Brew Crew over. Hats, Blue Jays hats. What am I thinking? What does that mean? Hats. Okay, Nats, Pats, Blue Jays. I don't know. Greg says if the Angels' run line is 3.5, that means the Yankees will cover the 9.5 run line. And Nuke says since going 14-7 with a 3. Corbin. Oh my God, Corbin. Oh my gosh, 40-81. Jeez, remember when Patrick Corbin was a thing? Blue Jays money line here for Barr. There's let's see. Steve says Toronto on the money line. Farley, Jays on the money line. Canes going over. Greg says 5-4 Milwaukee. Tim's here. He likes the over in this one. Good to see Tim today in the chat. If I can get the graphic up there. And I'm trying to see what Tim's avatar here. It looks like a shark. Looks like a tail of a shark there. It could be Starry Night. I don't know. Thank you to Tim. Good to see you there. For me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Brewers here in this one to get it done. Really like the total in this game, and I'm going to find a way somehow to have the total as a big play today. But give me the Brewers here in this one. And Nuke cannot put money on the Jays right now. All right, it's getaway day here in the South Side. The White Sox taking on the Rays. Man, the Rays, Steven Matz going here in this one. Rays are 10-7. It feels like they're 17-0, kind of the way they're going. They're on a winning streak here, 5 in a row right now for Tampa Bay. They won 4 of their last 5 on the road. For the White Sox here, they've dropped 4 of 5, lost 5 straight at home. For Steven Matz here, a 3.93 ERA, 3-0 record, though, because of that offense, man. You're getting that run support. And for the White Sox, you've got Jordan, man of leisure, going here at the 4 ERA, 1-0 record for leisure here. Might be a bit of an opener here with the White Sox today. We'll see how they piece together their situation. For Tampa Bay here, just beat the White Sox back-to-back games, 8-5 and 8-3 after they swept the Yankees. So looking real good. White Sox 6-12. We talked about some of the poor teams here in the league. You got to put the White Sox there right now. Whew. Sorry, gang. Took advantage here last night of the short card. White Sox here, 3-5 at home so far this season. We'll see what you got here with the Rays and the White Sox. Go to the chat here a little bit. Matt's stabilizing himself here a little bit right now with the Rays. Maybe it will be a good situation for Matt's. Chicago bullpen, 5.67 ERA coming in. Both teams kind of trend heavy to the over, especially Tampa Bay. 12-4 to the over overall, 7-1 to the over as a favorite here right now. So see what you got in this one. So White Sox are 11-7 to the over as a dog. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two have gone over, including 4 of the last 5 over in Chicago coming in. So also 8 of the last 10 over here. Let's see, I got that right. 8 of the last 10 over, 4 of the last 5, and 8 of the last 10 over when the two teams meet here in Chicago. So White Sox, they're kind of bottom tier pitching here for sure as well right now. And the offense of the Rays, one of the better units going here right now. They're 4th in batting average, 5th in slugging, 4th in stolen bases as well, 6th in hits. Not a lot of power, but wind blowing out to left center here, 12 miles an hour today. Let's go to the chat in the game between Tampa Bay and Chicago here on another getaway day game. And see what the chat has to say here. All right, and ride the wave with Tampa Bay. Var says go with the Rays. Farley's on the Rays. Public Enemy will take the White Sox here. Steve here says Tampa Bay in the over. Cash Kane on the under. Kane says it's bad weather today. I'm showing today. Is it this game? I'm showing today here 67 degrees. That doesn't sound too shabby here right now. But see what you're saying here. I'm going to go to the AccuWeather and see what we got. 67 degrees, winds blowing out to left, partly cloudy skies. I wonder what your idea of a good day looks like there, Kane. Terrell says Rays have scored 5+ runs in 9 games and 4+ in 13 last 14. Man, these Rays, they can hit. I remember, was it the second game of the season when I was raving about the Rays lineup? These guys can hit. Look at these guys. And they've continued to do so. Fernando is on the under here in this one. I'll go with you guys. Let me take the Rays here. I'll take the Rays on the road. Give me the Rays with Mats against a man of leisure. All right, the Rangers are on the road, taking on the Athletics here. Rangers a slight favorite here in this one, $1.15, maybe $1.20 with Jack Leiter on the mound, 4.9 ERA, 1-1 record. Jacob Lopez, 7.42 ERA, 1-1 record. I do think a little better of Lopez than that the mark here so far, but it's the A's that have won 2 straight in the series right now. They did lose the first one, 8-1, but bounced back with wins 2-1 and 8-5 to keep kind of staying hot here. The A's are 10-8 right now, but 8-2 in their last 10 overall. Texas is 3-4 as a favorite coming in. A's are 10-5 as a run line underdog here. Now they're going to be laying a pretty big price in this one to take that run line, but just goes to show you that they are staying in these games right now. And let's see how you have it, though, here today with the Rangers on the road taking on the A's. Both teams, Athletics here are 5-1 to the over at home right now, although they're 4-10 to the under as an underdog. Also, Texas 8-3 on the road to the over, 8-3 to the over on the road, but 2-4 to the under as a favorite. So I think these are under teams, but venue specific. Of course, we're in West Sacramento where the runs are supposed to be plentiful, but it wasn't necessarily a couple of days ago when it was 2-1. It did go over yesterday. We did have the over, but A's have won 7 of their last 8 right now. Like I said, they're cooking. Texas has won 7 of the last 9 meetings, however, between the two teams overall. Texas has lost 4 of their last 6. And Texas has gone over in 6 of their last 8 on the road. A's have gone over in 6 of their last 8 games overall. So let's see what you're doing here with Lopez, left-hander, going up against Jack Leiter in this one. I want to hear from you in the chat with these two. Here we go. Chat All-Stars here. And it's going to be Rangers on the run line for Barr. Greg says, sprinkle a little money line on Chicago today. Rangers on the money line for Jordy. And Barr says, I need a good pick in that Giants game, Ramon. That under just isn't good enough. All right. And for me in this one, I'm actually going to take the A's here in this one. Give me the A's at home against the Rangers today for a little bit of plus money. Well, maybe they're minus $1.05. Farley is with me. Farley and I are going to take the A's. Well, I'm just kind of taking my time because I don't want to lose you today here. Not a big crowd in the chat, though, today. Orioles on the road, taking on the Guardians here with Parker Messick here for the Guardians. 0.51 ERA, 2-0 record. Messick really has been sharp. Shane Baz, 4.5 ERA, 0-1 record so far. This is the first game of the series. Both teams come in here with a 2-game losing streak. Baltimore lost 2 of 3 to Arizona. Cleveland lost their last 2 games in a win for the Cardinals in a 2-1 series over Cleveland. Cleveland comes in here 10-9 overall. Baltimore 9-9. Baltimore just 1-3 as a dog so far this year. Cleveland 4-2 at home so far this season. You gotta like what you've seen from Parker. I do. I like what I'm seeing from Parker Messick. I think people are intrigued by this man so far. Cleveland, dating back to last year, won 13 of their last 19 games at home. They're just 2-4 though in their last 6 overall. Baltimore's won 6 of their last 9, although just 3-6 in their last 9 on the road. Baltimore's gone over in 5 of their last 7. Cleveland's gone over in 5 of their last 7, although Cleveland is 2-4 to the under at home. Baltimore 3-1 to the over as a dog here in this one. I like the under actually in this game with Parker Messick for sure, and Shane Baz. Baz hasn't been perfect so far. That's obvious, but he's on the Orioles now, and they're using him in the rotation here, obviously. So let's see what you have maybe in this one. Baz has been struggling versus, decent bats anyway, but Orioles have inconsistent road form, but they are 3-3 right now on the road overall, which is okay here. Did have a good series against San Francisco, of course. Cleveland game's been tighter at home, that's for sure. And Cleveland in 5.08 ERA. I'm not sure I saw that coming right now. Look, it's early yet, but interestingly, Cleveland doesn't have the same type of bullpen I think that we're kind of used to here. But I'm going to try the under in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say between the Orioles and Cleveland here. It's going to be Barr on the under here. Tim says the Mets need a day off, don't they? They might need a week off. Caden going under here. Farley's on the Cleveland money line, and I will take the under here in this one with Baltimore and Cleveland. Next up, the Rockies are on the road to take on the Houston Astros. And Houston comes in here having won the last 2 games of this series, of the first 2 games of this series over the Rockies. And Houston was struggling mightily here, and really kind of still are. But for the Rockies here, you have Mejia going here in this one today. This is Juan Mejia, 5.4 ERA, 1.8 whip. He's an opener here. Chase Dolander is expected to be the bulk pitcher today. Tomo Sugano, I thought was in there, but maybe he's going to get pushed back here a little bit. He's been so good so far, but
Hey, we do have a little bit of a move here right now, and it's on this game. The steam is coming in right this second on the game between the Rockies and the Astros. I'm not sure I agree with it here, but maybe here with the Astros at home, it's not like they've gone big time unders here so far at home, but they actually the Astros are 13-6 to the over so far this season, 6-3 to the over at home, but the under is taking the move, and this one is down to 8.5 over right now as we speak, market wide. Now we might get some lineup news here, but this is a night game here. We do have a couple lineups here real quick. Let me see if I can't get these going here. For the Giants, Arise, Adames, Devers, Chapman, Lee, Brennan, Schmidt, Gilbert, and Bailey. For the Reds today, Friedel, McLean, De La Cruz, Stewart, Suarez, and Steer, Hines, Hayes, and Higgins, the H guys there at the bottom of the lineup. All right, where's my graphic here? 8.5 over 15, we'll call it. And I was updating the total. The steam just came in on the under in this one, market wide, no doubt about it. You can see it there for yourself. I don't make this up when those lines move. I'm just giving you the information. I'm not trying to take attention here, but we're definitely seeing a move here to the under, and I don't agree. I'm gonna go over with the better price here right now in this one, but let's see how you have it here, and I'll go to the chat. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Fernando liked Messick there in that other game over on his case. Public Enemy took the Rockies here plus 1.5, and Terrell says, I did not. Terrell, I did not take the under. I took the Tigers as my official play here. You know what I mean. Farley on the Rockies on the run line. Astros run line for Andrew, however. And Fernando, first 5 over 4.5. Now, I will say this. Astros are 4-7 as a run line favorite. The Rockies are 11-7 as a run line underdog. Yeah, you might think that maybe the Rockies' luck has run out. I've been kind of making fun of these big lines here, actually waiting for the Rockies to come back home, says Mark. I've been making fun kind of these big lines here with Houston. You know, it doesn't seem like they should be a massive favorite over anybody right now with that big, long losing streak. But here's the thing. Houston right now, I don't know if this will be all year, but they're obviously a home road dichotomy to the extreme. They're 7-2 at home, 1-9 on the road. Rockies kind of the same deal. They're 2-10 on the road straight up, 4-2 at home so far. So, yeah, you know, maybe a situation here where this is just enough for the Astros here to get it done. But can they cover a run line here today? I'm not sure about that either, because the Rockies have obviously done a decent job in that role. So, and the Astros have been struggling. All right. I'm going to go with the over here in this one. I'm going to fade that steam that just came in. I'm going to take the over here in this one between the Rockies and the Astros right now. Again, Astros have been a big time over so far this season. Houston's actually gone over in 13 of their last 17 overall. Remember, they went over the under the first couple of games there. But Rockies pitching 5.4 ERA for as we said, for Mejia, who's definitely an opener. Dolander is definitely the man to come in here after Mejia today. So I think Sagano is going to get pushed back. And also 1.8 whip in there for Mejia. So probably going to see some scoring. I think it'll be scoring. I'm going to go over. Okay, also, let's see. Andrew says ride the wave with the Padres. And the Rockies, this might be their best shot to grab one of the games here, says Kane. And Mark says going to make a big bet with KC Detroit under, right? We've just been doing it, Mark. We've just been doing it over and over again with these American League Central teams. And look, not a bad matchup there with Bubic and Montero. Kane goes there with the Rockies on the run line, and Mark says, time to win. As the dogs weren't hitting. All right, let's see here. Keep it moving here on the morning steam, and we're almost out of games, you guys. And the hockey's not too great either. But oh well, we'll find something to go here. We might. Hey, there's a UFL game today. Stay tuned. We might have a pick on the UFL Thursday night football game. All right, the Mariners are at the Padres again. The Mariners are a favorite. Here was this the 8-inning line because the Padres are winning the ninth. What's going on here? The Mariners are favored. They do have Luis Castillo against Buehler. I guess if you went name for name, Castillo there probably still the better pitcher. Buehler, hasn't really looked very good in the last couple of years. But Padres taking their chances with him. 4.97 ERA, 0-1 record. Castillo 6.9 ERA, no record to show. Padres have won the first two of this series coming in. Padres had wins of 4-1 and 7-6 with that great comeback last night. They're an underdog here. Okay, I guess. I mean, come on, really? Anyway, here with Castillo, these numbers aren't Castillo-like here so far, so we'll see if he can't turn around. Mariners are 8-11 coming in, 1-7 on the road. Padres are 8-4 at home so far and 9-1 in their last 10 as one of the hottest teams in the league here. I was a doubter early. I still might be a doubter in the long run, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are going for my Padres. They've won 5 straight at home. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here in San Diego have gone under at Petco. Seattle's actually won 10 of the last 14 meetings between the two teams overall. So let's see how you have it here, though, with Padres at even money at home in this one with this massive winning streak. Seattle's lost 7 in a row on the road. Padres definitely putting up runs, man. They got certainly one of the best offenses going here in the league right now, although just short term, they struggled early. They're actually a team that strikes out a lot. They don't have a great batting average. What they do well is gap hitting, also top 10 in stolen bases here right now. Playing a little small ball in a way. So far for San Diego here. But let's see in the chat how you've got it here. You better take the Padres or I'm going to ban you. Here we go. Mark says, cash that KC under yesterday. What were the live odds when the Padres trailed, right? What are the Padres as a home favorite right now? Are they 6-1 as a home favorite? I think they are 3-0. I think 3-0 is a home favorite, right? Because they've actually been, I think, underdogs in some of the, just like today, they're an underdog again in this game. The Padres are 7-2 as a favorite overall. I may not have that exactly right. Public Enemy on the Padres, Farley on the Padres. Mark here, let's see. Oh, did I miss? What did I miss? Twisted doesn't feel great. Twisted. Okay, yeah, there you are. Man, thinking about you, Twisted. Please feel better. Yep, thank you, Twisted. Great to have you here. Just hang tight in there with us, and hopefully be all good. All right, Bar here's on the over. Thanks, guys, for pointing that out. Cash Kane leading the Mariners first 5, and let's see here. Mark says 13-5 overall against on a run line for the Padres there. Yeah, Padres are just 5-4 as a run line underdog here, strangely enough, and Seattle 6-10 as a run line favorite. Seattle's been a favorite in most of the games. Padres have been underdogs there. And Terrell says when the Padres won the division over the Dodgers 30 years ago, they've won some other division titles since then. But Let's see what else we got here. That's it. That's it from the chat. Okay, I got to make my call here with the Padres today, huh? Well, hey, I'm going to go with the under in this one. It's too easy to take my Padres. Look like a homer. Give me the under here in this one. Mariners are 2-6 to the under on the road. I expect better pitching from both Castillo and Buehler, actually. And let's see here. Mark says over 40 years ago, the Padres crushed a gym full of Cubs fans in their first week. What is that? I don't know what that means, Mark, but okay. I can remember, though, because I'm from San Diego, and when I was in elementary, this is one of my first memories, but in elementary school, I was very young. Maybe I was 7 or 8 years old, and they brought the Padres, a couple of players, and of course, legendary broadcaster Jerry Coleman to the elementary school, and they asked the students to write some questions on some 3x5 cards, and I did so. I didn't know what to do. I wrote some questions out. Turned out every question was from me. Of course it was, right? And when they came back, Mark says, when they came back to beat the Cubs in the playoffs in 1984, remember that? Oh, man, it's making it all about my Padres here. But they lost the first game to the Cubs 13-1. Rick Sutcliffe hit 2 home runs as a pitcher. They came back. The Cubs won the next day 4-2. Padres came back home, and the rest was history. Okay. Oh, yeah. Mark is a San Diego guy. Maybe we get extra San Diego guys now because I'm, on this show because of my hosting this show. Okay, I guess that's it for that's it for baseball. Man, okay, that's fine. We got just a little bit of hockey to talk about, and then we'll just get out of here. Just situational hockey again. I know we could talk longer because it'd make it a longer show, but we'll just cover it like it is. This is the last day of the season. There's not a lot going on here. Let's start it off with the Blues taking on the Mammoth here. Mammoth about $1.15, 6 over 20 here in this one. The Mammoth are all locked in. Everything's pretty much locked in except for the 3 Pacific Division teams. The Mammoth will take on the Golden Knights in the playoffs, so they're all set. Will they have the motivation here against the St. Louis Blues today? The Blues come in actually with, of course, the Blues have a 3-game winning streak right now to wrap up the season. Utah is coming in off of a win last time over Winnipeg, 5-3. St. Louis here with consecutive wins over Chicago, Minnesota, and Pittsburgh coming into this. So, boy, sorry, guys. Like I said, took advantage last night of this short card to get some rest. I don't know why I shouldn't be tired. Okay, let's see, though, what you have here in this one between St. Louis and Utah. Here in this one, look, the Sharps are all over St. Louis. I'm not sure I'm buying it. Here, I'm actually going to take the Utah Mammoth in this one. But like I said, I'm sure that sharp bettors are on the Blues here. They're definitely tugging at this line a little bit. Let's see how you guys have it here. Just to cover this one a little bit here, Utah been a little bit steadier of the 2 teams of late, 6-2 in their last 8. Of course, they do have a strong home record right now of 22-15 this year. St. Louis 16-19 on the road. St. Louis 5-2 or 2-5 and at this franchise. They did play 1 or 2 of the games there in Arizona. But Blues better situationally lately with this edge maybe going to Utah with just being at home, but both teams kind of trending volatility-wise. I think St. Louis 16-10 to the over as a favorite. Utah 23-17 to the over at home. Blues here. I'm gonna take the Mammoth. I don't know if there's going to be goals necessarily in this one. I think the total's actually been going up here to Well, it is 6 over, and also we are seeing a bit of a move right now to the Blues. Actually, the Blues are now favored minus $1.25. Let me fix this here. This is almost breaking news here. The Blues are definitely the favorite now, and it's more 125 than 115. I'll tell you that. Let me flash that back up there on the screen. I'm showing $1.25 almost industry wide here right now for the Blues. Guess that's why they call them the Blues. All right. Time on my hands could be time spent with you. Okay, let's see here. Mark says he's a Chargers fan too. All right. Mark's my man, and Mark and Terrell and me, we could just have a great talk about the memories. Cash King on the Blues money line. Jordy likes the over here. Public Enemies on the Blues. NYC Bar likes the Blues on the puck line. As a favorite, Bar, I don't mean to switch it on you there in that one. So maybe you like him on the puck line as a dog. Plus 1.5 at a big money. Or maybe take him a minus 1.5 at big plus money there, because the Blues are now the favorite. And I'm on the Mammoth. Too late now, but definitely a serious move here to the Blues. Utah won the meeting back in January 4-2, although St. Louis won at home 1-0 back in November, and an October meeting went to the Mammoth 7-4. All right, that's it for that one. I'll take the Mammoth here. We're going to skip the Jets and the Sharks because, we could just put in what. Come on, you guys. What was the West Side Story? The Jets and the Sharks? Come on. We just put in West Side Story for that one. Okay, next up here will be the Ducks taking on the Predators here, as I see one of my favorites with a win here. Andrieva scores a victory here just moments ago over Alicia Parks. Who could also be my queen, I guess. All right. Predators here, favorite $1.15. No, that's not right. That's a typo. Let me see here. The Predators are $1.55 more so here, and the total, it could be 6.5. 6.5 under, or maybe 6 over 25. Let me call it 6 over 25 here right now. No, gosh. No, okay, I got it right. $1.15, 6.5 under 15. Okay, there we go. I messed that one up. Okay, but here we go. Anaheim taking on Nashville here. Nashville missed the playoffs. Anaheim is playing for a little something here right now. One of the 3 games that actually still have a little bit of meaning left on the last day of the season. Anaheim is in 3rd place. They could move up to 2nd. They actually could fall down to the wild card, depending on it's Oilers, Ducks, and Kings. They all play tonight, and it should be pretty cut and dried what would happen here, because you got Edmonton 91 points, Anaheim 90 points, and the Kings have 90 points as well. So Predators missed the playoffs here. Maybe they could take out their frustrations a little bit on Anaheim here tonight. They haven't been overwhelming down the stretch, but they are 21-16 at home, 14-9 as a favorite. Ducks are a good underdog, 26-21. But the Ducks have been struggling, and you got to wonder heading into the playoffs if they would be good to get a win here. Maybe, I mean, you just can't dial up a win if just because you want to. In fact, I'm kind of thinking I like Nashville here, but let's see if you guys say anything in the chat about this one with Anaheim taking on Nashville here. In this one, I kind of like Nashville myself. I'm going to take the Predators here to upset the Ducks. Or not upset, they're favorite now. Ducks started the favorite, so kind of interesting there. Ducks could use the win, like we said, to at least try to move up. I mean, if Edmonton wins, it doesn't really matter what Anaheim does. So let's see what the chat says, though, here. If anything. These games are not great here. We know that. Canes on the over and Public Enemies on the over as well here in this one. Nashville's, definitely a bit was inconsistent, but Anaheim just 1-8 in their last 9 overall. They have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two. I think that does add enough intrigue here to make it kind of a tough game to handicap here, especially with it being the last game of the season. Nashville's gone under in 5 straight. Anaheim's gone over in 6 of their last 8, but under in 4 of their last 6 on the road. Nashville here, they 36 and 45 to the under, but mostly on the road is where they go under. Ducks kind of go over when they're on the road. So I don't know what to do with this total. Just give me Nashville here in this one. And let's see here. And Mark says he's never bet the NHL, and you mentioned it, Mark, some bettors only bet the playoffs. I don't say that as, in general, just from my experience over the years. Some people will only bet the NHL playoffs. I think it's kind of like in the cycle of, I don't want to say casual bettors, right? But you always go through, right? You got, NFL, and then after NFL comes the college basketball. Then after that, you've got the NBA playoffs a little bit. So I think you have there, it kind of goes hand in hand with the season. I think NHL and NBA playoffs kind of make it fun at the same time. So, okay. Next up, the Canucks here on the road. Is this right? Yeah, Canucks taking on the Oilers here in this one with, the Oilers are up to 325 right now in this game. And, like I said, the Oilers win this one. They're going to wrap up that second place position. I don't know if it's a huge deal there, but they'll wrap up that second place position here in this one, and that'll help decide it. It probably would be Edmonton and Anaheim then. Edmonton would get second. Maybe Anaheim gets third. We got to see what happens with the Kings in the wild card 2 slot. Look, if the Ducks lose and the Kings win, that's going to switch it up, and that put Edmonton against the Kings. And as a Kings fan, and probably I don't know if I speak for the Oilers fans, but maybe it's time for a change in the playoff format of the division thingy, because the Kings and the Ducks, the Kings and the Oilers got to be tired of playing each other in the playoffs every year. It's just the same thing over and over. You can only do what you can do, but at least if you mixed them up here a little bit, there's more of a chance, right? You're always going to get more of a chance of those division teams meeting because it's early in the round. If you had it conference-wide, there'd be less of a chance of doing that. So when the Golden Knights beat the Kraken last night, they clinched their 3rd straight division title and 5th in the last 9 seasons. So we already know that they'll face Utah here, but let's see what you think, though, in this one between the Canucks and the Oilers. Here, this big spread here tonight. I'm going to go over. I'm just going to go over in this one with Edmonton. Vancouver's won 3 in a row just in time here at the end of the season. Tolopolo in goal here. But, man, Vancouver, they beat San Jose. They beat Anaheim. They beat LA. If they beat the Oilers here, they might sweep the division here to end the season. In Vancouver, just 21 and 49 as an underdog this year. Edmonton has looked pretty decent here of late to make sure they get that second place. And, without Draisaitl, they were, I don't want to say they were left for dead, but a big compliments to Edmonton here for their surge here. Now, they have lost 4 or 5. I'm not making light of it here. They need a win, actually. They've actually played pretty well despite losing. They lost to Colorado. They lost to LA. They lost to Utah. I thought they played pretty well in all of those games, actually. Just ended up on the short end. Vancouver's lost 6 of its last 8 to Edmonton. Vancouver's also lost 10 of their last 14 games overall. Edmonton's gone under in 5 straight at home and 6 of their last 8. But I think Vancouver will kind of dictate that here. It's definitely going to be, feels like a looser game to me. I'm going to go over 6.5 here in this one. Give me the over. with the Canucks and the Oilers. And let's see how you have it here in this one. And okay, let's see here. Um, um, Edmonton's won 4 of their last 5 games at home against Vancouver, so this is a big margin here at this one. Both teams kind of trending over here of late. You have Vancouver 40-30 to the over as an underdog, and Edmonton 24-15 to the over at home. So I'll just take the over. I think that's the better one for me here. Let's see what the chat says. And nobody taking nothing. There we go. Cash Kane says take the Canucks on the alternate lineup plus 2.5. Maybe that'll work today. Canucks playing well. All right. That'll do it for that one. Couple more here, and the show will be over. I'm going to need a timeout here, maybe. Kings and the Flames here in this one. We got the Kings on the road. Man, did they play well down the stretch. Now they are starting to lose a few here, or a little one here anyway. They lost the last game there to Vancouver 4-3. I just think it was a ugly loss, I guess. But before that, the Kings got hot just at the right time to find their way into the postseason. So great job by the Kings. Could be Anton Forsberg here going against Cooley. Now, we know Calgary's a good, they play well at home. 22-13 overall, but the Kings are the best road team in the league. 20-9 on the road this season, or at least the most biggest surprise on the road too. I think maybe Colorado was a little bit better, but Kings on the road here with a little something to play for if they could. If the Ducks lose and Anaheim's moved to the favorite, the Kings could move into third place in the Pacific Division. Of course, that would match them up with the Edmonton Oilers. Could the Kings mail this one in there instead and maybe take use their wild card spot there and take on the Knights? So let's see what you got though here in this one. Not the Knights. What would it be? The Oilers, and the Ducks would play the Avalanche, right? I think I got it right there. Anyway, let's see how you have this one here. Both these teams kind of trending over here of late, right? You got the Kings here currently having gone over here in their last 2 games against Vancouver and Seattle, but long term here, at least recently, Kings just 5-10 to the under on the road. I'll spit it out. Kings have lost 7 straight games on the road to Calgary, so could be a situation here where they don't quite have what they need here to get the win, but I don't know. They've been playing so well here down the stretch. I think I'm going to go under in this one. The steam came in on the over. In fact, let me see if that line on the screen is right. At 615. Did get a little bit of news here just moments ago. I mentioned that the pitcher Mejia was the starter for the Angels as the opener, but it's going to actually be Brent Suter is going to be the opener here now for the Angels today. Brent Suter will get the opening start here for the Angels. That just was announced here within the last couple of minutes. We could actually still see Mejia in there, and like I said, the Angels are going with a bunch of pitchers here today for sure. So Suter is 0-1 with a 2.8 ERA, 6 appearances, 13 innings, 13 strikeouts. It'll be his first start. Okay, but back to this one. I'm going to take the under here. Look, it's gone up to 6 here, and there's no doubt. I mean, you have Kings 18-22 to the under on the road. We know the Kings are one of the worst offenses in the league. That's going to be real tough going into the playoffs when you're basically last in goals and shooting percentage here, and also one of the worst power plays in the league. But I'll go the under here in this one. All right, it's going to be Kane taking the Kings on the money line. or Flames on the puck line, whichever's better price. He's just going to take price play there. Public Enemy is on the Kings here right now. Andrew, thank you for being here today. Kane, all right, great job today. Thank you. I've got one more game to look at quickly here, then the show will be over. It's going to be the Kraken. Kraken here. I think the Kraken might be on their fifth string goalie here in this one, actually. See what you think here. You got Victor Ostman here, who might be in goal. Was some thought that it could be old Coco in there, but looks like they'll go with the 25-year-old Swede here in this one, a former Maine Black Bear there. Has been with Coachella, of course, here of late. So we'll see. Feels kind of sketchy here right now for the last game of the season, and injuries to the Kraken goalies here down the stretch. And the fact that Coco played yesterday might put Victor Ostman here in goal, the 25-year-old Swede right now. Not quite sure. I didn't even fire up the goalie computer, but this is what I saw here as I was prepping for the show. I said, what's going on here? And for the Avalanche Wedgwood here, look, I'm going to take the Avalanche here on the puck line in this one as my play. The Avalanche have won 30 straight games as a 175 favorite or higher when the other team is on no rest. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, obviously, you can just take them $1.85. That's a 30-0 trend here. 30-0 when the Avalanche are minus 175 or higher, and the other team comes in on the back-to-back. The Avalanche won 30 in a row in that role. So I'm going to add on the puck line here. There's no necessarily the stat does not cover that, but I'm going to still take Colorado here on the puck line. They were 40-40 as a puck line favorite this season. Seattle 40-28 as a puck line dog, but give me the Avalanche here on the puck line in this one. All right, Jordy's on the Avalanche money line, and Barr is on the under. All right, and let me see here. That might do it for me here on the morning steam. I didn't make a graphic here, but I do have here a game between the Louisville Kings and the Houston Gamblers. You know, Louisville hasn't looked that good so far, but I am going to take them here on the road over Houston. I'm just going to take them on the money line today. Give me the Louisville Kings over the Houston Gamblers today on the money line. That's the UFL game tonight on the NFL Network there at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We'll be desperate for sports tonight, and Louisville and Houston going to be the most bet game in the UFL this season for sure when we get there. And I'll take the Louisville Kings over Houston. You know, they're called the Kings because of the sport of Kings. They're in Louisville with the horse racing. All right, that's going to do it here for the morning steam. I'm going to run a drawing here right now. And let's see here. Let me hear from Mikey Money. I'll get ready for the drawing. Thanks for joining me, everybody.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
Okay, the drawing is underway here. Nuke can't win today because I blew the thing, and NYC Bar wins. Bar, I'll put another month on your subscription. Thank you so much always for your contributions here to the show. Really appreciate it. That's going to do it for the morning steam. Be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. And don't forget, coming up here in just about a little more than an hour, it'll be Mikey Money and Sharky Waters. They'll get you ready for the baseball action here on with their baseball show. Everybody always forgets the name of it, but it's Bases Loaded, coming up here with the guys, and a very important show today with all these day games. So check it out here on the Sports Money Network. All right, see you then. That's going to do it. Have a great sports betting day. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Money, with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.